Russia launching its biggest air barrage yet in Ukraine, leaving an infant among the dead and setting the main government building on Kyiv on fire. Chief foreign correspondent Trey Yingst joins us live from the Ukrainian capital with the latest. Hello, Trey.
Mike, good afternoon. It was the largest air attack conducted by Russia since the war began. More than 800 drones, along with a dozen missiles, targeted Ukrainian cities, including the capital of Kyiv. At least 3 people were killed and 20 more injured. The moment was significant as all of these different buildings across the city were targeted, including the Cabinet of Ministers' offices, the first government building to be significantly damaged in Kyiv. You could see black smoke billowing this morning across the skyline. At a nearby apartment complex, as we arrived, rescue crews combed through the debris, looking for one man buried beneath the rubble. Right now, first responders are digging through the rubble of an apartment building in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. Overnight, it was hit by a Russian drone as part of the largest drone attack against Ukraine since the invasion began in February of 2022. A government building was also hit, and the Ukrainians are bracing for more Russian bombardment. The president of the EU Commission said today, quote, "Once again, the Kremlin is mocking diplomacy, trampling international law, and killing indiscriminately." Today, European leaders expressed their support for Ukraine and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Just about half an hour ago, we got another alert. The city of Kyiv is under Russian attack once again. Mike?
Be safe. Trey Yingst live in Kyiv. Trey, many thanks. President Trump arriving now at Joint Base Andrews as he heads to New York for the men's final of the U.S. Open. We expect to hear from the president in a matter of minutes. We will bring that to you when we get it. But there's a live look at Joint Base Andrews. Air Force One, the bird is fueled up and ready to go to New York City. We'll see if the president has anything to say there, but we do expect some new comments from him. Comments coming from the White House as President Trump is going to spend his Sunday checking out the men's U.S. Open final. The women were last night. It was a very compelling match. And today we've got Sinner versus Alcaraz in the men's final. President Trump going back to his former home city of New York City to attend the spectacular U.S. Open final, which will be a rocking crowd and a very spirited final between Sinner and Alcaraz, the 2 men in tennis, the best 2 men in tennis at this stage. We believe that they are queuing up the audio from President Trump to get his comments, what's on his mind today as he's about to go to New York, and we will bring that to you momentarily. But as you can see, Marine One landing at Joint Base Andrews as the president prepares to board Air Force One to head for New York City, to head to Flushing Meadow to see the United States Open tennis final on the men's side of this year's tournament, the last major tournament in the tennis calendar of 2025, and we will figure out whether Alcaraz from Spain will win or Sinner from Italy. The American hopes were dashed. And let's go to the White House and hear what President Trump had to say moments ago.
So many other things, because we're coming up with the answers for autism.
Well, we're back to Marine One as they were apparently queuing up the tape at the White House. Hopefully we'll have that just in a matter of seconds, but you can see the beautiful Marine One helicopter on the tarmac at Joint Base Andrews in suburban Maryland. 12:16 Eastern here as the president will make a short flight on Air Force One to New York City, to Flushing Meadows, Queens, to see the United States Open men's final, which should be fascinating later today. The blades have stopped on the chopper. The door comes down, and we will see the Marine come out, and the Marine coming out. And next, we will see the president and his delegation leaving the helicopter and make the short walk over to Air Force One on the tarmac. Both doors are down. 2 Marines out, dress uniform. Very impressive. And here you can see some of the president's delegation that will be joining him on the trip up to New York starting to get out of the helicopter and assume position. And momentarily, after we see Secret Service come down, we will see the Commander-in-Chief. President Trump telling reporters just moments ago he's ready to go to a second stage in terms of sanctioning Russia, coming off the report we just had from Trey Yingst in Kyiv. And there you can see the Commander-in-Chief coming down, saluting the officer, Air Force officer on the tarmac for the short walk to Air Force One, where we expect that he will glide up the stairs and get on the plane and fly to New York City for what promises to be a very fun afternoon of great men's tennis in the Big Apple. There's the president and an Air Force officer walking across the tarmac from Marine One, heading to Air Force One. He'll get and give a salute before he boards Air Force One, waves to the gathered press pool, and up the steps he goes to Joint Base Andrews to Air Force One. And we expect to hear from the president momentarily. As we mentioned, there's apparently a message in there for Vladimir Putin after a vicious attack on Kyiv last night. Let's go to the White House and hear President Trump.
When you say that, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why would you the Department of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Mr. President, are you ready to move to the second phase?
Are you ready to move to the second phase of sanctions against Russia or punishing Putin?
How was your call with the Prime Minister?
What do you think of all the establishment attacks on RFK Jr.?
Well, he's a different kind of a guy. He's got a lot of good ideas, but he's got a lot of ideas. You know, normally they don't have any ideas, and that's why we have problems with autism and so many other things, because we're coming up with the answers for autism. You watch. We're coming up with the answers for other things that normal people, regular people, easy to get along with people wouldn't be able to do. He's got a lot of ideas, and so do I, and we're going to clean it up. Why? Let me ask you. Yeah. Really higher than Chicago? You know? Excuse me. Do you know how many people were killed in Chicago last weekend? 8. You know how many people were killed in Chicago the week before? 7. You know how many people were wounded? 74 people were wounded. You think there's worse than that? I don't think so.
About Lebanon, Hezbollah refuses to hand over its weapon to the Lebanese government.
Who does?
The Iran ally, Hezbollah, refuses to hand over.
We'll respond to that later.
Are you considering attacking the cartels inside of Venezuela? You attack.
What are you going to find out? You're going to find out. Say it. I don't know anything about that. I had a great conversation with him. Say hello to him. He's a good man. Thank you.
That